Everybody's back. I love the Gap Band, Lady. You love this song? Blake loves this song. You don't like this song? Lady's back. Lady was sick yesterday, but she is feeling much better today. Hey, thank everybody for wanting to see you yesterday. They missed you yesterday. She is much better today. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Tyler. How many people out there are incredibly tired after waiting up and watching IU last night in what was an absolute brutality of a game? I mean, really, is there anything worse? Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Gary. That was awful, wasn't it? I mean, absolutely awful. Up 16, and they lost that lead in the first half in a snap. And then in the second half, couldn't do anything. Couldn't guard. Got clowned by Sanders on a couple of plays. Awful, yes, baby. What? Gotta be honest from Tim Lawrence. Don't bother watching IU versus Rutgers, but was fully expecting to see a Hoosiers Boilermaker rematch. What the hell happened? IU, Tim, looked so incredibly awful last night. That's what happened. Outside of the first, I don't know, 10 minutes, 10 plus minutes where they looked really good, and then went in the tank and never got out of the tank. And a lot of people, I mean, Archie Miller went full bore. I'm not calling a timeout when they were going on that run. What was it, 24-2 or 3 or something in the first half? Actually, I went from the first half to the second half. So that wasn't good. He didn't really cover himself in coaching glory in the first half. And then in the second half, these guys were just out of it. They were terrible. Good morning, Matthew Wallace. Okay, what? Jennifer says, happy Dr. Seuss birthday, Laney. And it would be my mom's 81st birthday, too. Awesome. Say thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Oh, is Tony Donahue watching us? Look! Tony Donahue's watching. What's Tony Donahue doing up before 9 a.m., Laney? Do you know? Say hey, Tony. Say hi, Tony. Say hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Good morning, Pete. Poor connection? Hold on a second, guys. They're saying I have a poor connection. We can't have a poor connection, Heath. I can't tell. All right. Sit down here. Is this better now? Like I said, I've got this stinking thing right here. What? What are you doing? Hey, good luck to Indiana State later on today.
Also, this is the old thing we used to use as
Yeah, this is the tripod that we use when we go on location or in studio for Facebook Live. Hey, is the connection better, guys? Give me a thumbs up if the connection is better. This is what we use. I'm taking this to the NFL Combine later on today. Hey, did you guys like that little scoop yesterday regarding Jarvis Landry? And did you hear Josita Anderson of ESPN talk about it? I think it was last night or today, regarding the Colts maybe having interest in Jarvis Landry. I can tell you this. Hold on a second. No, you're going to spill that everywhere. Hold on a second. We've got issues here. I can tell you this. From my standpoint regarding Landry, when I was talking to you about Landry yesterday, everybody says that we got a thumbs up here, so I hope it's okay.
Give thumbs to make me feel better.
Library scene.
Give thumbs so you can feel better?
Yes.
This line is pretty great.
My Jarvis Landry stuff was coming from the Jarvis Landry side of things, more so from the Colts yesterday. And you can take that for a couple of different angles. You can take that, hey, maybe the Colts are going to be a player. The big question is, what in the world would you offer up? What type of package if you really wanted him? Because it was reported last night, Ian Rappaport had that Landry and the Dolphins were open to Landry shopping himself around. And then the question would be, all right, what would the Colts have to give up? But my point I was making about Landry yesterday, and hey, watch this coming up here in free agency, this is going to be worth watching, was more from the Landry side than it was from the Colts side. But it is worth watching. It is worth watching. Just like Saquon Barkley's worth watching too. Darnell gave you thumbs up.
Thank you.
All right, looks like we got a good connection now. Sorry about that, Heath. That's my bad. IU ladies, Jeff Seltzer, 4 OTs. Boys laying eggs. That's absolutely right. The IU ladies and Michigan State, an epic 4 overtime game. Hey, are you guys excited? Because we get to watch all day LeBron James dribble between his legs and split 2 defenders in the NBA, and everybody's going to make that look like it's the best thing in the history of the NBA. I'm excited. How about you? You guys excited about it? Brian Dew says this: I saw some clouds at ESPN saying the Colts should trade Luck to the Browns. We talked about that whole fantasy thing the other day. The mock draft of Will Brinson of CBS. That's basically what it is. I mean, it is a fantasy. There's no doubt about that. Boiler up, Brandon Wolf. Boilers and Rutgers later on tonight. Indiana State. It actually gets Illinois State today. And my friend Dylan Windler, the junior at Belmont in the OVC semifinal down in Evansville later on tonight too. Hey, I'm just curious, since I was the one that started up all this conversation about Jarvis Landry yesterday, and knowing that this dude would be out of this world expensive, and knowing this dude caused a brawl and kind of made a butt of himself, in that final game against Buffalo, if you remember. Knowing all that, but knowing that he has been incredibly productive and the Colts need a wide receiver, would you guys be on board with the Colts having interest? Yes. Yeah.
It says, good morning.
Good morning from Diane. Say hi, Diane. How are you?
Hi,
So, yeah. Landry, thumbs up. Landry, thumbs down. I could go with it different ways. It just seems like that's a lot of money, thank you. That's a lot of money to spend. But the guy has been incredibly productive. But it's a lot of money, and I don't even know if you're going to have enough to end up getting him, to be honest with you. But I brought it up for a reason yesterday. And then, of course, nationally, they're bringing up the rear with it last night. But that's more from the Landry side than it is from the Colts side on that. There's no doubt. And again, this could be the Landry side trying to trump up a huge market for their side, which I'm sure that's exactly the case. But hell, I got it. I decided to float it out there, and we'll talk about it, I'm sure, later on today. The Colts don't need a team full of Boy Scouts. Right about that.
Give me five.
Daniel Bragg says, I think the Colts should at least do something.
Give me
Lady's
five.
thumb got in the way. I'm sorry. At least dabble in the Landry pool. I don't know if it's their side that's dabbling, but I know the Landry side's put that out there. I know that they can deny it all you want. I mean, you saw it on ESPN. I mean, ESPN mentioned, I think, both the Colts and the Titans, I think. Seth says Landry isn't worth the money. I mean, Seth, it's a lot of money, brother. It's going to be a lot of money. Tony Donahue's asking me if I'm sticking with Michigan for the Big Ten title. Yes. You watch. After that, overtime went over Iowa yesterday. Michigan's going to catch some real fire. Real fire beginning later on today. You got it. Hey, Tony, how are they doing with your brakes up there? Tony's going to CarX in Carmel to get his brakes done. What are they telling you up there, buddy? Let me know. Darnell Booker says the Bucks over the Pacers must win to stop the slide. I tell you what, the Pacers need to win these final 2 games of this 4-game road trip. Darnell, there's no doubt about that. Been really bad and embarrassing in the first 2. Ow, what are you doing? Is there something you want to talk about really quick?
Nope.
Your sickness? Did you take Benadryl? Don't make that noise. I don't like that. Stop that. Stop that. People are going to joke. We don't want people joking. So IU, terrible last night. Really, the last 3 games we've talked about, IU, Butler, and the Pacers, and then the last 2 Pacer games have been terrible. The question would be is when we're going to see locally some good basketball again. Is it tonight with the Boilermakers? Wait a minute. Good morning, John. Good morning, Ian. Ian's in line here someplace, too.
I think
Colleen says Benadryl is the best. I need to take some Benadryl when I get home. Except I got to go work.
No, it's my
We got to take this thing to the Combine and get all sorts of Facebook Live stuff
No, it's
later
my
on today.
pill. It's not
Hey,
yours.
the other thing regarding Saquon Barkley, and I know that you think I'm making way too much of it, but there's a reason why I'm making way too much of it, okay?
Oh, here
There's
we
a
go.
legitimate reason why I'm making too much of it. I mean, I ain't going to tell you, but the home team here likes him a great deal. A great deal. Yes, what?
It's a cat.
You want to talk cats? All right. Well, what do you want to talk cats about?
I want one.
Laney wants a cat. We know that. I mean, everybody knows you want cats here.
So,
Seltzer says, yeah, work.
Give me a cat.
I've got to go to work with a bunch of other people down at the Combine in my broom closet. Which is fun. And I get to have a nasty Nestor in Baltimore next to me talking like this right in my right in my ear. which is all good, man. Barry Chipman says no cats here, Lainey. He says no cats.
Cats.
No cats.
Sure.
All right. Pacers going to break the slide later on tonight. We'll talk about it. Boilermakers going to win the Big Ten title. We'll talk about it. Was IU flat a disaster this year, or kind of what you expected, given the coaching transition? Indiana State, what about Butler this weekend? Regular season Big East closeout against Seton Hall. Butler's completely on the fence right now, by the way, too. It'd be nice if Butler would win one to solidify here. Pete says, yeah, that dude is loud as he is. He's a nice guy, but he is loud as he's just like a little dude, too, and he's loud as hell. and he's literally right next to me. Not you. Not you. Mm-hmm. All right, what else? We got any other subject to talk about before we go here? You're trying to make a paper airplane. That's ridiculous. All right, any other questions we got here, guys?
No, it's not ridiculous.
David Duncan says get Landry to draft Barkley and have a healthy luck, dominant offense. I'm all for it. Again, the Landry stuff that I was talking about yesterday was more coming from the Landry side. But, I mean, the Colts aren't going to say anything, and the Landry side is, because clearly the Landry side wants to get that market bulging for him right now. So we'll see. Tim Lawrence says IU is what I expected. I think a lot of you would agree.
I made a paper airplane.
See, I like it. JMV, more people should listen to your Colts information. Why don't you? Why don't you? We are always a day ahead. At least for stuff we care about. I mean, stuff you really care about. You know, the other stuff you don't care about, would you stop that? We don't care about either. But we normally get pretty damn good information right here inside this truck on Drop Offline Sports every morning and then at 3 o'clock. Why don't they? Ow! Sectional hoops later on tonight. My Eastern Green Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds play.
Time to go!
They play Mitchell. They play Mitchell tonight. The Mitchell Blue Jackets. Hold on a second. This is what dads have to do. Say hi, Tracy Hardesty. Made history once again. Only 14th seed to advance to the quarterfinals ever. They are making history. All right, let's wipe this face off. Look at this. Look at this face. You guys ever have to just use your hand as a napkin? Is that what dads should do? Sometimes I just use my hand as a napkin. Robert Murray, IU is better than expected after how they started. They gave you good moments, but it was pretty bad.
Let's play
Good morning, Dave Long. Good morning, Bart.
Let's play spin the dial. Ready?
Spin the dial. Laney wants to play. Let's go. Closing your eyes, spinning the dial.
Where's it at by now?
What's wrong with your hair? You look like you're in some 70s band here.
No,
you do, kinda. You look like 1975 Stevie Nicks. What's happening?
No, I don't.
You gotta comb it sometime. All right, where we stop? We stopped at the message. This is Plum, and God help me. This is Plum, lady. I think this is one. This is like a religious channel here. I think I've never been over there. Laney could be in. Oh yeah, she does kind of look like one of the ABBA chicks, doesn't she? ABBA. What's up, ABBA? Hey, by the way, did you see the dude that called me Turbo? He was on Around the Horn yesterday. His name is Clint Yates. Clint Yates tried to start a fight with me on Twitter on Wednesday night. And I finally just said, hey, Clint, I don't give a crap. I don't care about you, and I don't care. When you're over 40, is it incredibly uncool to fight in social media? I say yes. I say you're a knob if you do it. Would you agree? You agree? No. It was Clint Yates. Check out Clint Yates trying to go at me, and he called me. He said that it's good that I backed away, smoke, and then called me Turbo. Serious Turbo. Yeah, like the guy in Breaking, Turbo. You know, like that guy, Turbo. The Breaking. And Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, Turbo.
A snail?
Check it out.
Look, there's a person putting their head out the window.
Lisa says 1975 Stevie Nicks is a winner. Better than ABBA?
Putting their head out the window.
There's a girl with her head out the window over there.
That's what I used to do.
I used to yell at you for doing that, too. Tracy Hardesty, man, when you coming down, brother? Come on, get down here. Let's get David, when it gets warm, let's get David Hayes and we'll go up on the four-wheeler and drink beer up on the hill. Pat Kendall says, fighting on social media is stupid at any age. My man has wisdom. wisdom beyond his years, Pat Kendall, and has a great cryotherapy place down in Greenwood on the south side, between right there off a county line, right next to where the new Giordano's is going to be. Check it out. It works, man. Cryotherapy works. I just have to have my knee cut on, so I'm going to go see Dr. Julian a little bit later on this morning, and I'm going to say either fix this or amputate it, one of the two, because I'm sick of it. Tired of it. Do something with it. All right. I got more Colts information for you later on this afternoon. I promise we'll have a Javaris Landry discussion, all right, later on today. We'll do that. I'll bring back up Barkley again today, too. I'm just not, when I bring stuff up on the show, it's not just to bring stuff up on the show. There's something behind it. So remember that. Clint Yates. Corbin, good morning. I'll answer your questions coming up on the other side. Laney, you want to go and get some thumbs here?
Give me thumbs.
Oh, I love this song, Laney. Let's sing this together. Laney, this is Nick Lowe from 1979 or 80. It's Cruel to Be Kind. Laney, here's Nick Lowe.
If I don't know the words.
Another heartache. Oh, this is such a good song. I'm at my wit's end. Hey, let's dance together. Hey, no, don't turn it, no. That's why you gotta go sit in the back seat. Hey, get over here, get up. Oh, here we go. You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure. Cruel to be kind. Oh, this is such a great song. Woo! Nick Lowe, high five.
Bye.
No, baby. Let's close it strong. You gotta be cruel to be kind. Today at 3 o'clock, live from the Combine. Indiana State updates, Belmont updates later on tonight, too, and the Pacers in Milwaukee. Have a great Friday. Thank you for watching Drop Off Line Sports. We love you guys.